Welcome back to the live stream. It's been to shop, hunted my wild chickens in there. I've got some camembert, collected the coffee and the welding torch, or electrode holder. I don't know if that's a real name is for that. Anyway, mine was broken, or one of mine was broken. I've got two welders. One is a Soviet welder machine that puts out a horrendous amount of power. It's really... Oh, you've got your leg caught up. Come here, Jackie, come here. Jackie, come here, get your leg out. That's it, you've got your leg out. There you go. He's got his leg out. So, got two welding machines. One is the Soviet one that somebody gave me. That's about, I don't know, 200 and something amps of pure power, straight from a two double transformers, really heavy welder. And that used really, really thick cables I've got for it, and a really heavy electrode holder. But that machine will really weld with a 4 or 5 millimeter electrode. And it's too heavy to do anything. Like if you try and weld ordinary thin metal, it just burns a hole through it. And for a car you can forget it. It's just pointless. So I've got a small welder as well, a very small rod welder. It's only small, but it'll handle a good bit of ampage. But I use it for ordinary welding around about, fence posts and things like that. I can get away with 1.5 millimeter welding rods in it, which is ideal for very thin stuff. So that's what I've had to get a new welding torch for that one. But it broke. They don't last long, do these things? And, so that's where I've been, and I've collected the coffee. Coffee is Movenpick 9/10, which is really about as good as a coffee you can, well, for that kind of coffee, as good as you can get. What kind of weird bloody looking car is that? It's like a box on wheels. Come on, let's go across. I don't know why I stand at these crossroads, because we have the right to go across, but even so, come here, read them. Don't need to do that. Box on wheels, horrible thing. Or is it? No idea. Horrible looking thing. Come here. No doubt Chinese. But yeah, I got the coffee, and I got some camembert as well. Camembert is the nice cheese. I didn't find any blue cheese in the shops. But that is not because it's a lack of availability. I can go down to a bigger shop and get it. It's just that it's a small supermarket and not a lot of people, locals, would buy that kind of cheese, so they don't sell it. There's another shop called, what's it called? I forgot the name, but it's kind of the same Magnet. A major trains all over the... it's called... Is it? Not Petrovich, I've forgotten. Anyway, but that shop is a little bit more classy, a little bit more expensive, and they have a wider range of stuff. In Newtown, Novgorod Starosta, there's both these shops. Magnet is the closest, and there is one of those shops not too far away, so very easy to get. In fact, there's two that I know of, not very far away, so really you can get stuff like blue cheese there, no problems. But hopefully we're going to start producing our own blue cheese. That's kind of the plan. Once we get the house set up and get the kitchen set up. I'm not sure if we're going to use the kitchen or the Butovka as a kind of cheese workshop. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking more of the kitchen because it's convenient more than anything. And basically we're not going to sell it to anybody, it's just going to be for our own consumption and maybe friends, you know, things like that, but really for our own consumption. So come here, go turn the camera, come here, Adam, don't pull me. Sorry, I've turned the camera around here, there's something I can't show you, as I say every time. Not military, but something I can't show you. It's so I just have to do that. Yeah, as in any country, there are things you wouldn't film or live stream. It's just taking the pee a bit if I was to do that. So don't film there. It's a bit like if you walked outside of a prison in the UK, start filming the outside of the prison, they'd be like onto you in a flash, wouldn't they, know what you're doing, kind of thing. So really don't want to do that. Alright, so text working. What's that? Was it hard for you to get permit to stay in Russia? So was it hard for me to get a permit? Yes, it is hard. It was hard. Things have changed now somewhat. The rules have been redone, but yeah, it was hard. So it's a long process. Come here. If you pull me one more time, dog, I swear to God. It was hard, yeah. You go through basically you have to have a legal reason to be in this country. So same as any country. If you have, I mean, coming on a tourist visa, that's a legal reason, right? You come as a tourist. But after, when your visa runs out, then you've got to leave again, haven't you? So you wouldn't have a legal reason to stay. And that's the kind of way it is. You come on a visa, and to get a permit to stay, what they call a residence permit. It's the same for any country. They're all the same. No matter where you go. Residence permit. First of all, you get a temporary residence permit. Now the procedures change slightly, but basically what it involves is having a legal reason to be here. Maybe you're a student. Maybe you're married to a citizen. Maybe you've got kids here. Maybe you just want to be here. You've got to have a reason to be here, a legal reason. Usually it was through marriage, that was kind of the old way it was done. And the things you need are a lot of documents, efforts, time and patience. And basically the main document you need is your application form, which has to be filled out very carefully. And they list on things like, Jackie, you have to pull me everywhere. I don't want to walk in the snow, thanks. You have to have the questions like, where are your parents born? Are they still alive? What's the date of births? Where do they live now? What do they do? Do they work? All them kind of questions. You know, have you got any brothers and sisters? Do you know anybody in Russia? Jackie, please, stop pulling me. Stop it now. But Adam. But Adam. Good boy. Pulling me a bit. So, yeah, you do that. My friend, what's that? My friend from, I ain't got my glasses with me, from USA just wants to move out to Russia and have no idea how to help him. For people coming to Russia, who want to come to Russia, look at my Telegram channels. Telegram channels are Russia Expat Info. That is for immigrants coming into Russia. It's designed for that. There is a whole admin team there. There's no paid service, not paid service, it's only free advice. And we've got a whole team of admins there there's people from America, from Australia, UK, Ireland, some outside the country even still. We've all gone through basically the process of immigration. They know how it works. We've got some there's an especially clever smart lady there called Angelina, and she is absolutely second to none when it comes to legal stuff in Russia. And she's in that Telegram channel. Have a look at my links on the channel page. You'll see Russia Expat Info. That is the place you want to go for that. That is a Telegram channel. for that, and you get everything you could possibly want to know about coming to Russia is there. There's topics, there's all kinds of things, and there's a lot of admins there to help you out. A lot of other people. It's quite a big community now. Been going a long time. Well recommend to check that out. And if you want to chat to me, of course, I've got my own Telegram channel, which is Call Me Mother Russia, of course. You can find a link to that there as well. So that's the way I would say to do that. Where are we? Hey, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading the screen because I haven't got my glasses with me. I forgot them. I walked out of the house and I thought, I need my glasses. And I thought, you know what? I couldn't bother to turn around and go back and fetch them again, so I'm glassless, kind of thing. So, yeah. But, yeah, when I'm talking about immigration, so once you get, the biggest thing is your criminal record, criminal background check. That is probably the biggest hurdle anybody could face, apart from finding a legal reason to be here. Because that, if you've got misdemeanors, if you've got some minor offence, that all has to be listed. It all has to be listed. All has to be written down. Even traffic offences to take into consideration. So all that has to be done, listed, and then you have to get a certificate from your country of origin. In my case, the UK. So for me, it came from, I think it was Accra, or whatever system it was at the time, basically, and it was a pain in the butt to get it. I had a speeding fine, was like 10 years before, or something, or 5, and it wasn't even listed on the thing, and they kept sending the thing back saying I wasn't given a full disclosure on the application. This is to the UK authorities, to the criminal background check people. Is it CBS maybe? I don't know, whatever it is. Come here, stop pulling me. Hey, stop pulling me. Adam, I see you smelling something. It's tired, half dog. We're doing the road. Yeah, they kept sending it back to me and saying I hadn't made a full disclosure. And I was like, well, what have I forgot? What have I forgot? I've never been done by the police for anything, so other than bloody speeding fines. So in the end, I rang up. They sent me loads of emails. I sent them loads of emails back. That wasn't doing a full disclosure. So in the end, I rang them up and said, well, what is it? What have I bloody not disclosed? Oh, we can't tell you what it is. I said, well, give me a clue, like, what it could be. He says, well, driving offences. So I said, driving, so I was like, oh, everything's expired, I didn't have any points on the licence. I was like, what could it possibly be? And eventually tracked it down to 3 points I'd got for speed, like 10 years before or something. I was like, and when I eventually said, here, I found it eventually. You go on the thing and find a link to it. We found that and sent them that I'd been speeding fine for X amount of years before. I can't remember how long it was. It was like, it'd been expired years. It was like, so I sent them that, and then they sent me my criminal background check report completed. And it didn't even bloody list the thing on there. I'd like been, hunting for this bloody speeding fine, what date it was. They wanted the date it was and how many points it was and what the fine was. And they've got all that bloody information there, like. So why are you asking me? You're the criminal background people. You're supposed to tell me. But anyway, eventually I got it, and what a pain in the ass. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in the UK, believe me, from what I don't know what they're doing nowadays, but at the time it was a royal pain in the ass to do that criminal background check. And but I eventually got it. That's one of the things you need. Another one now is birth certificates now if you're doing citizenship, and a few other bits and pieces. A marriage certificate if you're married to a Russian, that kind of stuff. Anything, and the problem with documents that you submit to the authorities here, they all have to be in Russian, or they have to be what they call apostolized, and that means that it's basically a legal person puts a and a stamp on it, an apostle on it, that makes it legal for use in another country. And each stamp is authorised for certain countries. So if you're going to Eastern Europe, it would be an Eastern European stamp. If you're going to Spain, it'd be the Spanish stamp, whatever it is. And it's legalised. So you get all your documents together. You get the birth certificate also has to be apostolized. Takes time, takes several weeks to do it. So you get all your documents together, and once you get here, then you have to get all those documents translated. And the apostles are all translated. The apostle, it's a sheet of paper that they attach to the back of your document to legalise it. Well, I can't remember what it says, but a sheet of paper anyway, with a waxy stamp on it, and that's illegal. That has to be then translated, and then over here they have something called a notarius, a notary, so they legalise it here as well. They legalise the translation, so it's actually much quicker here. It's like, you know, a couple of hours and it's done, whereas in the UK it can take weeks to do it. So that's what you do anyway. You get those documents all ready, legalised, translated, notarised, and then you submit your documents, and you get, if you've got legal grounds to be here, then you get a temporary residence permit, and that did last 1 year. Within that year then you have to apply for permanent residency. All these things are all designed to as one step to the next step kind of thing, and it's the same in the UK if my wife was coming the opposite direction. Riyadh. So you do the same thing if you're going the opposite direction. You have to get your all your stuff done. And if you got married, if you're married to a local citizen, but you got married in somewhere like, say, the Bahamas, so a romantic wedding in the Bahamas, guess what? You then got to go back to the Bahamas to get it legalised from the Bahamas back to Russia. So if you are thinking of coming here and you're thinking of getting married to a citizen here, whether it be male or female, get married in Russia. It saves you a lot of problems in translations and the apostolizations. Apostolization, is that even a word? I doubt it. But anyway, it saves you a lot of hassle if you do it. If you're getting married, get married in Russia. Usually then you've got a Russian document that doesn't need any notarization or translation or anything. It's ready to go kind of thing, which is what I did. That's one less document to do. And so once you got your documents, you got them, you do all that, you do all your temporary residency, then you apply for permanent residency. Now this is where it's changed at the moment, because it was that you put in for permanent residency, which is called Vidna Žitistva, and it's a little blue book. And when it first came out, it was literally like a visa. They put in your passport, a sort of page-size visa, put in a page in your passport, and that used to be stuck in, and it lasted 3 years, and then at the end of 3 years you went and renewed it, and then they come out with what looks like it looks like a passport. It's like a thin passport. It's a blue book. For all intents and purposes, it looks like a passport. And they brought that out, and then they altered it again, and they said, right, it's not going to have an expiration date on it. So you got your permanent residence, and that was it. There was no renewing it, nothing like that. The only thing you had to do was submit every year. You had to go down to the tax office and submit your documents. Basically prove that you had the means to live here, so prove that you had money, or if you're working or whatever, and you had to submit those documents every year. That still is. Wait, no. Riyadh. It's a bloody Labrador. Riyadh, hey, no. Come here. Jackie. Oh, tough bugger. Jackie. Believe me, if I had 2 hands, Jackie, you wouldn't be doing that. Come here. Only a couple of Labradors. Anyway, so yeah, you do all that. You get your once you've got your permanent residency, then that's it. You're set. You don't need to do anything else. If you want to go for citizenship, again, it's a similar kind of procedure, similar kind of documents. The only thing is now the new decree that they brought out, because there's a few amendments here I'll go through. The new decree came out, which meant that says now that anybody, and this is only a temporary decree, presidential decree, but it's temporary. How long temporary is, nobody seems to know. But anyway, temporary. And basically, if you come here now and you're on temporary residency, whether through marriage or whatever, then to get your permanent residency, you have to go and serve 1 year in the Russian military as a volunteer contract. So, guess what? Nobody wants to do that. Now the problem is that the temporary residency is not renewable inside Russia. So if you don't want to do the military, which nobody does, then that means you've got to leave the country, go back to your home country, and start the procedure with a new visa all over again. Which makes it kind of, flabbergasted. How do people do that? You know, if they come from a long way like Australia or somewhere, you know, very expensive to do that, so very difficult. So the other way to cut into Russia, other than there's several ways, but one of the other ways is through what they call the values visa, or shared values visa, or call it what you like. And it's actually Decree 702, so it's called the 702 visa, or shared values visa, whichever you prefer. And basically that means you can come here and you don't need to do any of the previous formalities other than the police check. Police check's the only one you need to do. But you sign a document that says you agree to uphold Russian traditions and values. So I sometimes call it values visa, but that's the other one. Read them. So you can come on that visa. And if you come on that visa, Где? Я не знаю, может магазин? Похоже, я не знаю. So you can come on the 702 visa. There's a slight difference in that your temporary residency would last 3 years. So you've got 3 years to wait for permanent residency. You don't have to wait, you can do it straight away, but yeah. Which means that it's probably the military clause would probably be, or the decree would have expired by that point, or been receded or whatever, all the wars are over, and that problem will go away, go back to how it was. So the good thing about that 702 visa is that you can come here and do your temporary residency. You don't need to do the Russian language exams or anything. Oh, sorry, not I'm talking about. Yeah, for residents, temporary residents, you don't need a language exam. For permanent residents, you have to pass the state language exam. Language, history, and laws, traditions of Russia. And there's an exam on it. And there's a written exam on the language. There is a listening exam or audio exam, and a speaking exam. And it's all done on video. There's no cheating. Although apparently some people did cheat at some point. Nowadays there's none of that. It's all on video. So there's that to do before you can apply. The new visa, I forget what number it is. Is it 813, 813 maybe, or 831? forgotten myself. 8 something anyway. The new with the military contract thing that's got everybody in a fluster. There are amendments coming out. We just don't know when, and we don't know what, and who they're going to apply to. There's various people have put out certain things like, oh, it doesn't apply to 702, doesn't apply if you've got this rubbish. It does apply to you, because nobody's getting their residency at the moment. So, yeah, it does apply. There are a few exemptions on this. The exemptions would be students, females of course, students, people who've got what they call a red diploma. Red diploma is basically a diploma that, or a degree in UK, that you gain through a Russian university. So you go to university here, and at the end of it you get your degree or your diploma, and that would enable you to bypass everything and go straight to citizenship straight away. That's one way. Another way is highly qualified specialists, and there's a list the government puts out about highly qualified specialists. You'd have to go to Telegram channel and find out who the specialists are. It changes from year to year, but basically certain categories are people that the country needs or wants experts in whatever, rocket scientists and I don't know what, nuclear fission or something, whatever it is they need for the country. That's the people who get the highly qualified specialist visa, and with that they can go straight to citizenship as well. So there's a few categories it doesn't apply to, but no, we're not showing that. Adam! No, Adam! Adam! Hey! Adam! Not doing that. Hey! We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Adam! Adam! Hey! Adam! You! Jeepers creepers. How many dogs down here? Anyway. Jeepers. We have a name for that here actually. It's called a dog wedding. Sabaki Swagba. A dog wedding they would call it. Kind of funny thing to call it. One of those cultural terms that you come across every now and then. So yeah, immigration process not easy. How the new visa is going to be resolved, we don't know. Who it's going to affect, when it's going to affect, we don't know. All unknowns at the moment. Unless there's something come out this morning that I haven't seen yet. I don't think so, because it would have been all over the news. But as far as I'm aware, at this moment, military service applies to all those people that want to apply for permanent residency. You could ask the question then that leads on from that is it worth coming to Russia at the moment? Is it worth coming to Russia at the moment? Or are you going to be forced into a contract that you don't want to do? And that is basically for you to moralise over. If you're coming here and you're coming under the 702 visa, it means you've got 3 years on temporary residency before you need to think about it. 3 years in which to learn the language, pass the state exam. I mean, if you happen to be a Russian speaker anyway, and you can pass the exam, then in theory you could just go straight through it. But I mean, there is people like that, you know. There's a lot of people who can do that in a breeze, you know. But not for your average person. But anyway, you could do that way. You're knocking my concentration here. Yeah, there is ways of getting in like that, but until the news comes out about the new decree, really everybody's kind of hanging in the air. What's going to happen? When's it going to happen? Who's it going to apply to? When's it going to apply? All these kind of things. But the question was, before I lost my track of mind with him, bloody dogs disturbed me. my train of thought. I've only got 2 brain cells, and one of them on the dog, one of them on this, and the third one that I haven't got, I need to walk. So, so spoiled my train of thought. So, is it worth coming to Russia? Is it worth coming to Russia now, as of today? It's for you to work out yourself. What I would say is, if you want to emigrate here now, think carefully about your choices. Come here. I'm going to let you go now. And you can stop bloody pulling me all over the place. Go on, clear it off. Come on, this way. Thank God for that. Oh. Run as fast as you can, dog. So, he's off the lead now. So yeah, is it worth coming here? You'd have to think about it. What I would say is, if the decree hasn't been lifted in 3 years' time, and it possibly might still apply, nobody knows. Can't tell you. Is the war going to be over in 3 years? I don't know, can't tell you. They're trying to end it. Whether it will be, don't know. Can't tell you. It's all guesswork. So if you come here and you've got 3 years before your temporary residency runs out, the question you've got to ask yourself is, what are you going to do at the end of those 3 years? If you've brought your wife over, your kids over, and all the rest of it, you sold your house in your home country, what are you going to do in 3 years' time if you can't get a residency? Because where it leaves you one option, or 2 options, either one of the male goes into the military for a year, or you leave the country. If you leave the country, that means you'd have to restart the whole process all over again. So if you're coming on 702, that means going to an interview with the consulate. Oh, yeah, you got it. Quite a long process. And there's also finances as well. If you're bringing your whole family over from a far distant country, if you like, it's okay if you're in a European country, it's not so far, right? You could literally get the bus home, kind of thing. Wouldn't be that, or a train. Wouldn't be that difficult to get back into Europe, would it? But if you're in a far country, flights, and most of the border points are closed now, by the way, as well. But flights going back to your home country could be a long and expensive trip back. So there's that as well to think about. It's all very difficult to work out what the best options are at the moment, and I haven't got the answer for you, honestly. If it was me personally, I would probably say I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until it becomes clear about this decree, because it's hard to make an informed choice on something that we don't know the answer to. You can't make a choice. You can't make an informed decision. You can come with a risk that you might have to go back. If you're a single person, male or if you're female, fine, no problems. If you're male and you're single, it won't be too difficult, because you could, you can go back again, one person. But if there's a whole family, say there's somebody coming over with nine kids. Can you imagine all the documents you have to get for one person, all in 9 times, it'll be 11 altogether. 11 sets of documents altogether. God Almighty, I couldn't even go there. Doing it for myself is enough of a headache. For 11 people, I can't imagine it. So, and at the end of the day, if the father was to get called into the military for a year, is he gonna live? Is he gonna come back again? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Is it worth coming to a country? Is it worth emigrating to the country if you know you've got to face that? It's a moral decision. Do you stay in your home country and face the wokeness and whatever? Is it that bad in your home country where you have to emigrate? For me, it wasn't about values when I came here. Nothing to do with values or whatever. Me, it was purely financial and love for my wife. I had a different reason to come across than other people would have. People coming on the 702 visa, this values visa, they're coming across because of moral values. So they don't want to see any wokeness. They don't want to see their kids getting told about transgenderism and furries and God knows what else. What kind of stupidity they've got up. People identifying as fence posts and cats or whatever. A whole lot of nonsense. You know, they want to see, they're coming as an ideological process to get away from all that. So for those people, as an ideological, then you could argue that, well, they're coming to a country, they've got the values of the country, then they should be willing to fight for those values in a war. You could, come, we'll go this way. Jackie, come on, I'm not going to bark at the fence, don't want to do it. So we'll go this way. Good boy. So you could argue that off, that if they're coming in here as an ideological values or whatever, that they should fight for the country. Me personally, I didn't come for any ideological reasons. I came because, one, financial, and two, from love for my wife. So I don't fall into that category. No, the fact that I've got citizenship already, so this new thing doesn't affect me one bit. So, but yeah, it's a hard decision now. It's a very hard decision which way you want to go. Where do you want to come here? I mean, you can say that about any country that has conscription or mobilisation. You know, do you go for it or don't you? Is it worth it? It's only a person who would have to work it out in their own head, moralise it themselves. You know, what are the risks associated with it? Is it worth it? Only you can answer that yourself. Somebody like me doing a YouTube live stream can't answer that. Impossible. You know, so hard to know. I can only show you a life here. This channel was never this YouTube channel was never about really immigration, and I keep dipping into it. I don't really want to. I don't want to dip into immigration. It's a complex subject with a lot of moral crossroads at it that you would have to. Ooh, you're falling over here. But you know, it's such a vast topic. I mean, everybody's situation is different. You know, there's people who coming over on values visas. They've got no family. There's people who come here on values visas who do have family. Who've got kids. They don't want the kids in Western schools where they're being taught that your mum might just be your dad or whatever. They don't want that wokeness. They're coming over to escape all that nonsense, you know. They don't want the kids to be taught that they can identify as a tree if they want to, which I think is bonkers. They don't want their kids to be put on puberty blockers in secret behind their backs without the consent of the parents, which I think is wrong. It's basically gentle mutilation for kids. So they come across some values visas to escape all because that in Russia does not exist. There is no puberty blockers for kids. There is no genital mutilation for kids. I can't explain it. To me, that's exactly what it is. If you take a child who's below a certain age, say 18, which is kind of a universal age for adulthood, and you put them on puberty blockers, then you change their sex before they're in the right frame of mind, before they've made an adult decision. That's mutilation to me. It's wrong. It's wrong. I'm not homophobic. I don't care what you do in your own bedroom. That's your choice. I don't want to see it, but it's your choice. You do what you want, don't you? But the transgender thing, it is, it's just wrong. And that's why a lot of people come over here, to get away from that. I can't read that, what you're saying. See what the Ukraine soldiers did with the fake Charlie Kirk head. Knock it off the fake dummy and threatening his widow wife. Was that talked about? Don't know. I think great dogs. All those dogs, that's everyone, hello. Yeah, it's a bit crazy, those dogs. Charlie Kirk thing, I don't know, I've not seen it, but Ukrainians get up all kinds of stupidity every day, so no surprise there. I mean, they put out a kids' book where they said the first Ukrainians dug the Black Sea. Sorry, it's just so stupid. Dug the Black Sea. Can you imagine? Sorry, it's not funny. I mean, I could just seriously put that out in a kid's book. The Ukrainians dug the Black Sea. I mean, oh dear me. I can imagine them all with their little shovels digging out a sea. You know, right? Do they realise what kind of stupidity the prints, you know? And that's typical of them. These ultra nationalists, they're bloody Nazis, if you ask me. But, should be put down at birth. But, there you go. One thing. Almost home now. Almost home. Lost my dog. Jackie! Oh, there you are. There you are. What are you doing there? What are you doing? Playing in the snow, huh? He's wanting to go home now. He's had enough. I think they can see he's not dancing around anymore. Hiya, you've had enough. And you met it, so turn around and show you. So I can turn around. I can't even get it to turn around now. I don't know, it doesn't want to work. There we go. Yeah, see, he's quite calm now. He's had his walk. He's not as, he might get a bit excited to return to the house actually, but probably not like on the way out. It's a fair old walk down to the shops. I don't know, it's probably I think that's 3 kilometres, maybe a bit more, so 6 kilometre round trip plus a bit. I'll measure it someday. So you can imagine it's a fair old walk down there and back. And, so he's worn out. But it's good for him. Good for me as well. Anybody who watches the channel knows that I had some kind of micro stroke last year. This year even. Up in Novgorod. And it caused me to be very tired. And I was also getting a lot of pain down my left arm. And I can now confirm, yesterday, for the first day, I was pain free in my left arm. The tablets that I'm on are working. And I think all the exercise, probably walking about live stream, has done me a world of good. I'm feeling really much better about it now. I'm feeling more energetic now, not as tired as I was. It kind of hit me like yesterday, like bunk, you know. So whatever, it's I guess that's what happens. You recover and then suddenly it's you know, suddenly it's like having a cold. You know, you snivel in, then suddenly, oh, you can breathe again, and it's gone. And that's kind of the way it went. It kind of the pain left me. Yes, will you? Oh, much bloody leave me if I fall over. Be back again, won't it? So it left me. So I'm feeling really happy about that. I'm not. I still can feel it in my left hand side and my face when I get very tired, but the pain's gone. So that's a big plus. That's been annoying me for a long time. Even before the microstroke, it was annoying me. Probably something to do with it actually. So feeling much better about that. We're ready for the summer when it comes. Let's get the snow here. Mad, innit? So I'll be ready for the summer, back into the building season in the summer. There's only 2 videos left on the season. One's out this Sunday, one's next Sunday, and that's it, end of season. The last video, finale, so watch it to the end. I did a nice review of the construction in music. It's quite nice. I quite like it. Quite happy with that video. I'm not really a big video editor, more of a blogger, but that came out quite well for me. I haven't got a video a team of people do videos for me. I'm doing it myself, you know. So yeah, what are you doing? You ready for going home? He's come back out. He's gone to the door, come back, checked on me. Are you coming yet? Are you coming? Is it time to rest? So yeah, time to get back. Coffee and cheese is the thing now that I'll be having. That's my plan. Camembert and coffee. I put the coffee machine on to warm up before I left, so it should be nice and ready now. And whatever. So anyway, that's me out. What's happening there? That's been funny. That's me out. I'm back home. Come on, you. Time for coffee and sit down and rest and whatever. Okay. I'll see you in the next live. Don't forget, Thursday we'll be live streaming straight from Gatineau with the Aussie Spike and another guy as well. I've forgotten his name. Another YouTuber in St. Petersburg. So we'll be going there to Gatineau together on Thursday morning. Oh, late morning anyway. Okay, so I'll see you then. Take care of your loved ones. Peace to everybody. I can get the screen turned.